What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back and happy Monday. That is right. Let's go ahead and throw those A's in the chat. If you can hear your boy speak, go ahead and throw those A's in the chat right away so we can get this thing rolling. I need to make sure that you are hearing the man speak right here, right? So let's go ahead and talk about the SPY. The SPY is currently, I thought that this thing was gapping up, but it's not really gapping up, right? 487.48 present price. Traditional close on Friday, 487.41. Smokescreen, what is up? Good to see you there. And so from this point, it's almost an indecision doji that you have here on the daily time frame, right? A lot of people are speculating the potential of a pullback soon. A lot of people may be speculating on the fact that we have earnings still going on. We have the Fed with the interest rate decision coming up on Wednesday. There's a whole bunch of things coming up, which tells me that the markets are not going to be traditionally traded. They are going to be traded slightly differently than what we have been used to over the last few weeks here. And why is that? Well, there's a lot of turbulence in the market. There's a lot of indecision in the market. There's a lot of we don't know in the market, and the markets don't like that, right? The markets don't like to not know where things are potentially going or not going. Okay, so this is why the style temporarily for trading could shift just a little bit. Okay, and it's not to say that it's not untradeable. It's just to say that it is a volatile market and it needs to be traded in a different way than normal. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, well, we can always speculate. We can always look at different types of momentum trading, right? But before we go ahead and continue the analysis here, I would like to extend the invite to whoever I have listening in YouTube, right? Please go ahead and click on that Discord link so that you can join the Arca Bulls trading team, as we will be, going over these guided trades in the markets, right? So it's not going to be here in the daylight anymore. It's going to be in the dark, right? right in the Discord. So we're going to do this pre-market prep here. For just a few minutes. I'm going to be off, and I'm going to be off in around 10 minutes here, and then we'll go ahead and go dark and continue on. All right, team. So the SPY currently facing resistance from the SMA 50 on a 5-minute time frame. If we start to fail this EMA 200 here, there could be pressure to the downside, in which we could experience a downside, first of all, to the support and the closing of the prior day, which would be 487.37. Very, very, very limited support there, I will say. It's looking here like the asset may drop in to the area of right about 487.17 to start, right? So 487.17 is currently a range. I need you to kind of mark that into your notes, right? This is your range right here, 487.26 to 487.30. Quick little break of that zone there. You're going to get, actually, particularly this here. This would be the area, actually. Let's go ahead and shift that up right in here, and that's actually going to be your better bet, right? 487.25 to 487.18, breaking this here and breaking these pivotal points, right? These are invalidation areas, which would send price action to further downside. Right here, we're actually experimenting a little bit, right? We're trying to break below the EMA 200, which will show some pressure to the downside as well. What I mean by breaking this zone here is that as soon as you start getting some wicks below that 487.18, there is a danger in the market to actually experience a continuation to pre-market low, which would be right at about 486.94. Keep that number in mind in case there is a drop into that area, right? So, and then also keep in mind, right, whatever we did on the prior day. Prior day lows are very similar to the post-market lows, which are about 486. I would say, just to keep it safe, of course, we just say 486.50. And call it a day right there, right? So, so that is it for the SPY, right? Keep an eye on that one. So Netflix currently at 573.49 in the pre-market here. 570.42 is the prior day close. We're actually looking at a massive gap up there. Sometimes we could play an inversion, right? It could be something like a pre-market gap up to gap reversal. And if that's the case, then we may be able to do a gap fill reversal, right, to 570.42 before continuing on an upside. But it is gapping up. Okay, so if we were to face some type of resistance here, then we're going to have to take a look at a couple things. First of all, the prior day high is going to be your 579.64. That's clearly an area for us to get over, right? And second of all, we need to get the pre-market high out of the way as well, right? 576.16. So those two targets there, those are going to be the ones for us to combat in order for us to continue on to that upside, right? So we definitely have this pre-market high, 576.15, and the wow, hold on just a sec. That is the alarm going off. And the prior day high at 579.64. It looks like we're using the EMA 200 as a pretty nice guide here, right? But we want to make sure that we can maintain price at least above this SMA 50, right at around 573.18. We keep that going there. Then we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Right. Let me go ahead and switch it. Thank you, Galvin, for that. There appears to be two different windows, right? Let's see. Here we go. This should be the correct screen. Yeah. So just a few minutes left here with YouTube, and then we're going to go ahead and continue with the Discord team. All right, you guys. Yeah, not a problem, you guys. Thank you for reminding me. Remember, I'm kind of just breezing by some of these tickers here that we're already going to be observing. Here's another gapper to the upside, right? Pre-market gap up to gap fade reversal or to gap fill reversal. This is a 179.72 in the after hours. We have 177.25 in the close from Friday, traditional close. We're already breaking down the SMA 50 on a 5-minute time frame. This could introduce some pressure to the downside. Okay, so I would express immediate concern over a potential long position, right? Because this could show some downside targets, right? So first of all, we breaking this inflection here of about 179.39 would definitely send price action into your next support levels, right? So in that case, it would probably be right around 179.13 to the SMA 100 of 178.96. This is going to be completely conditional, right? We definitely need to get clean closures beneath that SMA 50 and the EMA 50 as well, right? So to go ahead and keep those targets in mind. There may be a play here for a downside, and there may be an initial downside before a continuation to the upside, seeing that the Fed may be speaking, or actually, speaking on the interest rate decision. Usually we tend to rally into those things, although we are pretty frothy already and have already, kind of experienced a massive upside. I still think we may have a little bit of upside still to go, even still. Right, so another gap up here, another pre-market gapper, NVIDIA, sitting at 640 at 614.20, 610.31 is the prior day close or traditional close. There looks to be some resistance coming up, right? So notice that the 5-minute time frame SMA 50 at 614.89. We could go ahead and get a little bit of a tighter suggestion and add maybe some other end. You know what? No, the SMA 50 would actually have to do here, right? We just reclaimed the inside of the 50. We're testing resistances several times. I will say that in order for us to continue on to an upside here, then there has to be the break of two critical levels, 617.01 pre-market high, and the the early pre-market high would actually be the 617.70. So this range here is critical. Definitely need to break that in order for us to continue, right? The high here is 617 flat. Interesting. Okay. And that 617.70, right? And remember, this is completely conditional. We need to clear this area here in order for us to continue on to the upside. And then, so this top side here is very much confluent with the prior day high. It's sitting at that 617.71 as well, right? Right in there. So yeah, there could be a massive continuation here, team, and I do think that while we are in this transition and having all these macro releases, we need to be extremely careful how we trade the markets. Okay, so remember, YouTube, consider hitting that link in the chat that I posted, right, and that will lead you to the Arca Bulls trading team where you can observe how these tickers are usually traded, right? So know for a fact that not every setup is a trading setup. Just know that there could be some pressures and some opportunities in the market to take advantage of, particularly these, right? So Microsoft pre-market gap up. This is a 406.50 at the present moment. 403.93 is the prior day close. And as you can see here, the 5-minute time frame SMA 50 is already getting converted into a resistance. So this may apply some pressure. You have your pre-market lows sitting right in between 405.40 to about 405.29. That's not a break. Okay, that's as soon as you start getting this break in here, that is not entrance. You're gonna have your SMA 200 and EMA 200 right in there. This is your EMA right at 405.09. This could actually get you a short-term bounce, and one that you do not want to be a part of if you're playing short. Okay, so please be very careful here, because Microsoft, yes, it does have a very clean downside here, but I also will say that it has some critical implications that can actually get you to face some serious pain, right? But it is gapping up pretty violently right now, and there could be a total upside here, of which I already think it. Yeah, 407.49 made a new high over there, right, in the pre-market. So breaking that 407.49 to the upside would be the condition for continuation in a bull trend, right? Not saying that it's impossible, just saying that it is there, right? So guys, please remember that SoFi earnings, I think, were today in the morning, right? So that's currently what's happening with that. There could be a reversion that in soonish, right? We were talking about yesterday it moving around what? I think it was on average like $3, $4, something like that. It was moving, right, but not as violently as the ones that we want to. It's such a small, like it was a smaller area to consider gapping. But please, you tell me, where is it moving? Tesla also a gapper here, right? So this is sitting at 185.05. Prior day closed at 183.25. And let's see, 185.05, 183.25. Right, that was way down there at the SMA 200 here. We are currently upside of the EMA 200, but notice that we were also upside of the SMA 50 as well. This is your SMA 50 right here, that cyan blue line, right? So this it's currently in the process of converting the SMA 50 into a resistance, right? Definitely need a break and closure beneath that 184.75. Pre-market low also has to be combated here, 184.14, and then you would kind of have a choppy way towards the downside here, but it feels like it's going to start on the downside trend anyway. Please remember, it's very, very, very choppy. Very choppy. Tesla is like kind of like Netflix in a sense, right? Very, very choppy. So Meta, not so far of a gapper here. I'm not sure that I'm expecting too many big moves or too much of a big move here. We are expecting Meta earnings, I think, this sometime this week, right? So we'll go ahead and maybe look into that for a potential mover. But yeah, it's actually Tuesday after hours. That's Meta earnings. So tomorrow after hours. And okay, so this is also converting the SMA 50 into resistance. It was just like everything else, right? It was above the SMA 50, and now it's kind of reverting here. So this looks like it's going to play for the downside pretty shortly, right? As soon as you start clearing that pre-market low of 393.15 and post-market lows of Friday at around 392.65, there may be a clean shot here to get down into that area of around 391.58 to 390.97. It does have the average true range for something of that magnitude, right? $8.18 on that average true range daily. All right, team. So I very much appreciate for you coming on by YouTube. Go ahead and click on that link again, please. And again, join the Arca Bulls trading team, and you'll be able to trade alongside me and the rest of the team, and we'll be able to interact, and you'll be able to see the guided plays as well. Okay, team. So I wish you luck and a very, very good rest of your day. But we'll go ahead and sign off here and get the thing rolling for the market open. Okay, team. Adios. I appreciate everybody here. Bye, bye, bye. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, never, ever, and never. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.